times journey.
Once they can get that out, it'll be way easier and safer for them to fight.
Here we go, game number 1. Apbren versus Blacklist International. And I gotta say, great adjustment from Blacklist International. Starting off with the Martis first pick. Let's not let what happened earlier in the weekend happen again.
Yeah. Look at your screens. Who will gain more gold in this game is the Super Marco OHEB. Don't forget to comment your answer to the live stream chat with the hashtag SmartPowers MPLS12. So let's see actually how long Renjay will be staying in the gold lane with OHEB. If he's going to be there for a long time, that might actually force Ogwin to park himself with his gold laner over there in the bottom lane, while Apbren will get the first Lethal Wanderer. So the way I see it for Apbren, a lot of their condition actually goes not just into team fighting, but how they handle the rest of the map. Of course, we know how the Diggy loves to play, and you play around that kind of ultimate. If Blacklist will do that, Apbren needs to be able to trade in the sides. It can't just be all team fight, all objective fight. They have to get towers as well.
You know, and at the same time, I guess my biggest question is how well will this Dirath jungle work? Because, you know, I know that it can have success, but I feel like it does take a little bit longer for it to get going, to work, and then you're kind of, you know, your weak point is when you're approaching those objectives, you might be a little easy to pick off and whittle down in comparison, right, to the Martis across from you.
I mean, it's less miserable as a fighter jungle in the Dirath to do Lord dances, because we've seen how assassins do, right? Nolan can't even get in there. But here, this time around, it's more of the mobility. That's what bothers me. And again, we have been very hard on Diraths all throughout the playoffs, and by we, I mean me. I hate it when Diraths come into play, but now I'm a little open-minded about it, right? Especially since they're first to the scene here. Apbren, Kyle Teasy wailing away.
Yeah, and it looks like Apbren will get this turtle without a problem, and Blacklist gameplay is going to be this. Help out OHEB in the gold lane. Super Marco is having a difficult time there. Will Ogwin finally park himself there? And Apbren, let's see if they can continue this momentum. But it's not them in control. It's Blacklist just playing a slightly more reserved play style for now.
Folks, I didn't notice, but check this out. So far, every team that wins the first game in a series wins 6 out of 7 times. I'll take those stats.
That's what is that percentage? That's 6 out of 7?
6 out of 7, I'd say that's 80-something.
Quick math.
80-some%.
Something like
win
that.
rate.
Yeah.
I was thinking 90, but I trust you more with the numbers, Leo.
Yep. My teacher in grade school said I was great at history, so checks out.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers in history, a lot of dates. So let's see when these two will next see each other for their next date. Looks like downward rotation for Blacklist International. Seems like it's going to be a full 5-man once it gets there. They really want to pressure Super Marco, but Ogwin's there for the vision.
Yeah, and with this, you can see already they're paying attention a lot to the gold lane, right? But relatively, nothing happening here. And if you're considering a lot of these early games, you know, this is kind of just unusual. Usually there's something happen before that first turtle. But since it was given up, they're just going to go ahead and find their positioning here.
Yep, Apbren with a very small lead could tippy-toe rally back and forth here. 100 gold between them and Blacklist. But wait, there's a huge presence down bottom.
Oh, they have to help out Super Marco.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it again. Sensui already taken a half. Quite a bit of damage already. But again, first game series, right, in best of 7. They're just kind of feeling each other out here. How are things going to unfold? Again, we've got 20 seconds till that next big objective.
Yeah, these two teams right now, they have a good understanding of each other's rotations. Let's see if they can commit GTP.
Going to fight for this purple buff. Want to force Sensui out of it. He is at half health, and it's taken.
Oh, Kyle Teasy guilty of 1 count. 4 minutes in. Turtle spawning in 3.
Okay, so now that means Blacklist International might be a little bit more reserved and cautious with trying to compete for this next turtle. Let's see how they equalize it because now after closing in on 5 minutes, Apbren is controlling majority of the map. The biggest problem right now really is that gold lane, but Super Marco, kudos to him, he's handling it really well, but Yue, look at him going down.
Yeah, so they trade the objective again. As you mentioned, down still in the bottom lane. Really trying to just feed OHEB here for the most part, give him the best early game that he could really have. But like you said, I think Super Marco's doing an outstanding job based with that pressure here.
Currently 5 minutes into game number 1, Apbren building up quite a bit of a gold lead onto OHEB here. What is that, 200, 300 gold between him and Super Marco?
Yep.
So that's what all of those rotations, all of those little moments that they trade off elsewhere on the map, that's where it's going.
All right, the question now is who's going to be able to take or force a fight first, because we're at this point where if you lose a fight here big time, you're going to lose first towers.
There's the onward, Sensui. Gonna go ahead and Moral Coil, has the rest of the team here to help him out. Kyle Teasy in the front. Is he gonna be able to withstand this? Netherrealm comes through. Still gonna be fighting. Sensui will finally fall, but the answer, Kyle Teasy goes down as well. It's a 1-for-1. The junglers for each other. Now what do the teams do from there?
Okay, so Apbren can just try to get a little bit more lane equilibrium. Kaltizi fell down, but Few, man, we've praised you all season long, but wait, Edward.
Oh, Edward, he does have that body of Smith. BOS, the final slash, the onward, toss him over, and the defensive penalty zone out.
All right, Reptar, you were saying?
As I was saying, beautiful little exchange there.
That was beautiful.
It's okay if you interrupted me, Super Marco. Totally fine. They get another kill up there. But yes, Fuse timing with the Netherrealm, very clutch.
400 gold ahead now, Apbren. I could have sworn I saw a smile off of Coach Ducky's face as soon as Marco cracked Renegade open. What's the item game looking like, and how do you explain this? Oheb is still up by 500 gold off of Marco despite Apbren calling the shots the past minute.
Well, he was actually able to maximize the gold that you can get from the shielding, and most importantly, that usually means that Oheb was able to maximize the last hits on the minions over Super Marco, which is understandable because Super Marco has just been pressured all game long.
Right now, Flap Teasy, the one taking some pressure. Gonna be fine. Final slashes the minions in, clears them out. Turtle secured again for Apbren.
100% of all of those first half objectives went over to Apbren, and now we're seeing a major lead. 1,000 gold ahead, 7 minutes in, relatively low kill count game. What's the next move here for Apbren?
Well, at some point they are going to have to find a pick-off or a skirmish somewhere, because Blacklist, little by little, are doing their traditional things, what they're known for, playing the map game, getting farm for Oheb, as we pointed out the gold lead later. So they're going to need to try and force something, but just be very calculated about it. Because right now, Blacklist International's lineup with the Martis, that its biggest threat is its counter-punish.
All right, well, with that said, we really haven't seen much of a play here from Sensui, and we know what Martis are like, what Martis says are like. They want to snowball, and so far, going into this game, 8 minutes in, 0-1-1, Sensui's yet to pull out anything. Quick push up top, though. The Hitman taking down a turret, and they're looking to trade out down bottom. Tier 2 already, Apbren.
Turning the map here. Edward still 1 versus 3. Got to let go of this tier 2 as well. This is the move from Apbren to set up for that first Lord here. Flap Teasy on the other side, trying to keep this one together. Going to take some damage. Next wave going to be pushing in. Oheb eyeing this tier 2 turret with Renegade, and they back off.
Well, that's what we were pointing out in the draft earlier. Even though the push didn't look that good for the side of Apbren in terms of the draft index, just the raw damage with Brody alone, even with the damage reduction onto the turret, didn't matter to APB. They were able to get the tower in the bottom lane, and that was one of the keys to victory here for APB. Make sure that you can match or even play the macro game better than Blacklist International. So far, they're able to match it, and because of that sequence, they're a little bit better.
About 10 seconds until the Lord spawns, and Sensui almost gets pulled in. So far, this has been a defensive Martis. We've been seeing 9 minutes in. Apbren approaching the 2,000 gold lead. Mid lane still hasn't been cracked, though. At least Blacklist holding on.
And I think these are two teams who really understand the importance of that middle tower. So they rotate very quickly. Top side, top side.
Oh, again. Super Marco by himself wins that 1v1. And with that number advantage, Apbren might just give this one a clear go for this Lord. Blacklist International wanting to contest it, though. Sensui getting in position. Final slash going to come through. There's the flicker. The answer from Edward with their own penalty zone. Netherrealm comes through as well. Fighting forward. Ogwin goes in. Bang! Force Sensui back. UA falls. And that is going to be a Lord going in the hands of Apbren.
Oh, look how fast it's going down. And APB again. Ogwin still continuing his Edith hot streak. Clutch onward to get that toss and to secure the kill for Apbren, and you saw how fast that Lord went down.
Apbren's lineup is so hard to turn on. You've seen Blacklist game after game, day after day here in the playoffs turn like no one has ever turned before, especially in Lord Dances. But against Apbren, against this lineup that they've drafted with the Dairoth in the jungle at its heart, I can't believe those words just left my mouth. It's working out so well. Apbren about 4K ahead here, 10 minutes in.
Oh, it even also helped that up top, that solo kill there by Super Marco. This is his first Grand Finals in the MPL Philippines stage,
Whoa.
but not his first Grand Finals.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Man, I gotta say this.
That's his response to being here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of crazy though? Is the fact that Super Marco dealt with how much pressure in the early game.
Yeah, no.
And where he is now.
It was a 3v1 all early game, and is it not Oheb that we talked about desires that? He wants that. Now the tables have turned, shoes on the other foot, and Marco is reaping all the benefits.
Yeah, Apbren have such a good understanding of their power spike timers, and most importantly, how to get those power spike via objectives. We know Blacklist International are great with that as well, but again, so far, Apbren have just done it better. And you mentioned it earlier, Leo, Apbren's lineup right now is so hard to turn on when they're hitting their timings right in the team fights, and so far they have been.
Oh, I don't know. Are they going to pressure this one here?
Oh.
Wave clear is pretty good for Blacklist International. As you see, they hold on to the base turrets for now, but again, that was only the first Lord. So right now, I guess a lot of this is on Blacklist International to answer what Apbren's thrown at him.
There's a Lord coming out in about a minute and change. Marco farming out of his mind like Mr. Beast, giving out checks here. 6K gold lead here on Apbren. They're going to start choking out all of these objectives. Grand Theft Orange right now, giving it over to Coyote Easy. Gentlemen, I have a theory.
What?
Coach Ducky has hated on Diggy all of these years. He's figured out how to beat it straight up.
Instead of it being the bane of his existence, now he's just like, try it again, you little owl. I'm in the Hall of Legends now.
Right? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was also thanks to Coach Vren,
Of
the
course.
mastermind behind all of this, the brains behind Coach Ducky's brains. And it's
a lot of brains.
It's
He's
so
got the
hard.
brawn, though.
That too.
Brawn.
That too. So it's so hard to play Renege's Diggy right now. I mean, yes, at best, I hate to say this, his main contribution to this, 12-minute game
Yeah.
is vision and damage. That's it. Time's Journey, we haven't really seen it do much.
Yeah. And at the same time, if you actually look at the main crowd control abilities of Apbren, it comes back quickly. It's not like they're trying to base it off of a long cooldown set. Yes, for example, let's put in there the final slash of the Arlon.
Right.
They'll use the final slash, force a time's journey, and then at some point in the fight, because of the lead that they have here, that final slash will be able to come back, and Black won't have their...
Whoa! There's the final slash. As you mentioned, Edward going to be in the front. He's got to back off, though. Apbren now still fighting it for the Lord. It looks like that's the time's journey as well used. Blacklist International just has to go back to base and defend.
And here's what sucks about this whole engage for Blacklist. Few held on to the Netherrealm.
Yeah.
And to the,
Idol of the world there that you're watching, folks. And again, we've touted you as one of the best NetherRealm users all season long. Few saying, I can do that too, young blood.
you just mentioned how he's so good at timing the Netherrealm. He does it so well, he didn't even use it.
Yeah, that's how you know that they're good at timing it. If you don't use it, that means you're doing it properly.
so good. Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Well, right now, it's up to Blacklist International to be good. They have to defend against this one. They are so far behind. Lord's still going to be up here. Turrets in the mid and bottom down. Let's see, Apbren, do they want to actually pressure this in? We got to keep an eye out for a final slash initiation. These next waves going to be pushing in. Also, Ogwin, both have the flicker available, but right now, looks like they're happy with the two turrets.
Yeah, just to go back to the thought I was making earlier also, the final slash now, it's literally just press this button if you want Renegade to use Time's Journey. Every time he's used the final slash, Renegade was forced to use it. Again, with the level disparity, he knows,
Oh, that's it right there! That was it! The final slash to force the time's journey. They're going to battle it out. No one going down just yet. Edward in trouble. Super Marco finds one, looking for another. Sends Sui to fall. It's 2 down for Blacklist International.
Flap for Edward and Sensui. That's a great trade. I'll take any day. Stonks for Apbren right now. They're going to crack that inhibitor up top, and I'm guessing they might be calling it endable.
That's a bare naked base. I don't want to add an air before B, and B, can they end it?
I don't think they can. They might not have enough minions. Renegade down. Another wave going to be pushing in.
Minions?
3 members. 4. Make it. Go for it. The Crystal's in trouble. They try the last-ditch effort, but Apbren will take game 1.
This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor.